I just want you to know that sometimes your spec is your limitation or the Google map to your wrong destination. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. My Tito's Tribers, guys, welcome. Thank you, returning subscribers. You guys, you are a darling. You are sweet. This video is sponsored by Vista Media Networks. They are into content production, music videos, so many other things actually. That in branding, video production, all that stuff, all that good stuff. I'm going to link their description put their link in the description box below. Please follow them. And you guys know that we are running a promo lolo at the moment as it's hot. People that are Tito's Tribers, members of Tito's Tribe, if you want to go into content production, you want to do your YouTube video and everything, and you want to use their services, just go there and say you are from Tito. Go there and say that that you are a Tito Triber. Put the code Tito's Tribe 25 and you get 25% off. A whooping 25% off. So by this time, they should be saying, you people, it's okay, it's enough. We already have more than enough. Do you understand? So go there and let them know. I'm going to put all the details. The code is going to be on the screen, on your screen at the moment. Please, on that description box, it's not for play. I wrote the things there for you. Go there and follow them and send them a DM and tell them that Tito sent you. Today we'll be talking about a question I really like. Why is your spec your spec? See you in the next slide. Welcome back, guys. Why is your spec your spec? I made a post on Instagram at the time of this shooting on the 27th of June, and I was asking people, can you marry somebody younger? Can you date someone younger than you? I was asking the ladies, and I was asking the men, can you date someone older? Of course, a lot of men said that, oh, there's no big deal, but you see, us, my gender, we are special. No. Even if it's a day, it must be older than me. Even if it's something, it must be 5 years and above. If it's younger than me, it will be awkward. It will just be awkward. I will not forget that I'm older than him. As you wake up every morning, you used to wake up with the age. You used to wake up, as I'm 30 now, as I wake up. Hello, 30-year-old Tito. Hello, 40-year-old. I'll be waking up like that. Your preferences are valid. I just want to ensure that they are not rooted in wrong motives, because that's not right. You understand? I like Pastor Mildred Okonkwo's story. She literally said she didn't want to marry an Igbo man. She didn't want to marry she didn't want to marry a pastor or a politician, and she didn't want to marry someone who is airy. I don't know if you have seen Pastor Kingsley in recent time. That's everything she said she did not want. I just want you to know that sometimes your spec is your limitation or the Google map to your wrong destination. Let's go into it together. Number one, why is your spec? Or before I even share this, let me share my own story. I wanted somebody who is 5 years older than me. I wanted to date someone and marry someone who is 5 years older. I didn't even mind if it was 25, if it was 15 years. I think it was 5 to 15. That's what I gave myself, because I kind of have a good rapport with those that are much older than me. I know how to relate with them. I know how to get what I want. I know how to get them to do what is best for them. And I have a couple of friends that are much older. I have 50-year-old friends. I have 55-year-old friends. I'm talking about not uncles or friends, G's, right? So I just kind of sensed that I was going to marry somebody that, and I wanted to get married at 25 so that when I'm 50, my child will be 24. Yeah, that's that. I hope you can understand the motive, not for any reason, but because when I'm 50, I want my child to be 24. So it will be like, oh, sisters, good vibes. I still love it, but that's not the part that God chose for me. Anyway, that was the first spec, that 5 years and above. Anybody beyond that, they were boy to me. 2, I wanted someone that was tall. I'm tall, actually. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", I'm not sure. So I wanted someone 6 feet, taller, someone that I can still wear heels and will still be taller than me. Someone that I would tip on my toes like this to kiss him. That's what I wanted. That vision of Harlequin Noble and Francine Rivers, that's what I wanted. Number 3, I wanted him to be fine, but as in drop dead gorgeous. That when they see you, they'll be like, oh my God, Oh my God, that's what I wanted. I wanted a guy to just play, oh fine, gone. Like, so handsome, tall. Son, why did I want someone that was really fine? I didn't actually believe that I was a beautiful person. So I wanted to hide under his own that, okay, if we take family picture now, Shebi, he's fine. He's going to be fine for the both of us. Are you hearing? Useless motive? Number 4, I wanted a guy that was very rich, that had his own. I wanted a guy that was already built, that like he had his company and everything. Then I'll be building under him or not, or I'll be spending his money. As more than conqueror, they go into the marketplace, they conquer, they bring money, then I spend the money as more than conqueror. That's what I wanted. I'm telling you, these are the things that were in my list. Even if I did not vocalize it, I'm telling you, they were things I wanted. Then I initially wanted a pastor. Then after a while, when I dated like 2 pastors, I saw that, like I want for it's quite expensive for them. I said, you know what? I don't even want pastor again. I want a club guy. I'm going to be the spiritual person for everybody in the family. That's what I wanted. Why? Because the first one, I wanted a pastor because the spiritual, that the calling is going to ensure that, that he doesn't act anyhow, that he's going to be a good guy. And then when I saw that, there is a bit of a deception in this calling, I said, you know what, let me go for someone that's totally opposite. So these are the things that I wanted. Now, I've been saying it, but let me tell you the motive. For the guy that is tall, I said, I wanted, because I felt like a shorter guy would get an attention that I didn't want, a negative attention from people. The way we are in this side of the world, sometimes we are looking at people and are like, why are you taller than your husband? And then I didn't want to be wearing flat because I wanted to at least reduce my height so that it will not be. You guys, all these things, that's basically why I wanted someone taller. Not because of anything. That's why I wanted it. If I'm being honest, not because I just like it. It's just my preference. It was because of a vision that I had, and that vision wasn't good. Like I said, I wanted a guy that was fine, drop dead gorgeous. I'm telling you, this is conversations that 23-year-old, 22-year-old, 21-year-old Tito was having with herself. I wanted a guy that was drop dead gorgeous because I did not believe that I was a beautiful person. I didn't believe that I was fine. I thought I was just there. I thought I was just okay. And so I wanted a guy that was very fine, that would be fine for everybody in the family. And then when we have children, his very fine gene will mix with my not very fine gene to give us very fine children. Such a useless thought. Then I wanted someone that was very rich because at the time I didn't have a good relationship with money. Not that I didn't have money. I worked for my money, I had money, but then I used to spend money anyhow. I didn't have a good relationship with money, basically. So I wanted someone that was rich so that even if I spent anyhow, there is money. I didn't have to worry myself. Then I wanted a pastor because I thought that being a pastor meant being a good person. They don't necessarily go together. In fact, not necessarily, they don't go together. A pastor is a role. A Christian is a lifestyle. So I wanted a pastor. I didn't know what I know now. Then I dated 2 pastors and I said that Jesus is Lord. And I left. And then I said, you know what? I wanted a club guy, someone that would go to club. But that not all these club boys that would be wearing, sagging something. All those big boys that go to party that they wear native, all these expensive chain with palm slippers. Yeah, that's my vision, my dear. That's what I wanted. In fact, as I'm saying, some of you are saying, that's what I want. You are not serious because you're not listening. Then I said I wanted someone at least 5 years older than me because, number one, I actually was told that because of my personality and because of my temperament, I'll be difficult to control. I won't find submission easy. So I wanted someone that was at least 5 years older than me, that if I even wanted to talk or something, because he's older than me, I had to respect the age. And then I saw that. I dated someone that was 7 years older than me, dated someone that was 10 years older than me, dated someone that was, I think, 5 years older than me. You see that one that was even 5 years older than me? He will talk sometimes and I'll be like, hey, uncle, your mates have children. What's this? What are you saying? What are you talking about? He don't date. So it's not about age. And then guess what? When God say, this is the person you should marry, let me give you a description of my husband at the time I married him. He just finished university. He was 23. I'm 2 years older than him, and sometimes in the year I'm 3 years older. So I'm 2.5 years older. He was 23. I was 2 years older than him. He was living with his parents. I said he just finished from university. I didn't even gone to serve at the time. So there was no money. You understand? And then I'm going to say this carefully. I don't know, but I'm going to say this carefully. At the time I started dating my husband, I was a little bit taller than him. But honestly, I prayed about it. And then he grew taller. That's all I'm going to say. He grew, not taller, but then all of a sudden I stood beside him and I saw that there are a bit of an inch here now. He's already taller than me. So, yeah, but from afar, people are always shocked that, I didn't know that Samuel is taller than you. I didn't know. He is. He's actually taller than me now. Prayer and fasting did it. Okay, just prayer, actually. Conversation with God. There was no fasting involved. Anyway, so I looked at my now husband then and I was like, couldn't be, my dear. It's not me you're talking about. Because at the time also, this was 2018, right? If you've not seen the story of how we met, all the conversation that we had is there. I'll link it here. And somebody had said in 2017, December precisely, that you are going to get married. You're going to meet the guy you're going to date or you're going to marry next year. He's going to be a pastor. In fact, he's 40. He's a pastor of his own, like he has his own flock, he's not under anybody. He's a pastor of, he's rich. He's on the island. And he's looking to get married and God is going to direct you to him. So when God say, this is him, I say, why are you talking like that? Couldn't be me. Are you joking? Never to be cut off fresh. Are you, I looked at my husband like, what? And that one too was there. He was saying, no, I know what God told me. I said, better go and meet the same God and let him explain to you that it's not me. Because before, like I said in how we met, I said that he was calling me big sis. He was calling me sis. And you want to move from sis to wife? Never. I sat with him. And then there's one spec that I had that I never agreed to, but was a spec. I wanted to love the guy more than he loved me. Very stupid spec. And that's because it was something I was used to. It was something I could control. So when Samuel came and the love was choking, he took that love when he came. I told my best friend and I said, he loves me too much. My best friend said, Tito, I can slap you for that rubbish statement that you just said. So you don't want to date somebody because he loves you too much. Are you thinking? She's the one that slapped me to reality. That's why I told ministers, I say, have people that can tell you that you are stupid with anointing so that you can know, because once in a while, the fool in us do come out. So I sat down and I did say, so I want to use this to speak to you. Why is your spec your spec? Why do you want to marry a man that is 5 years older, 10 years older? He must at least be. Why? Because submission? You're thinking, I can't submit to someone younger. What do you mean by that statement? Go and watch My Submission is Like Makeup so that you can understand that there's nobody that you cannot submit to. So that you can understand that in every day that we live, we submit to at least 3 people. Every day that every human being lives. So I'm trying my best to understand why you want to limit yourself. God told me to tell you that some of you, the reason you are not in a relationship or married yet is because you have held on to your spec as the word of God. What should be your spec should be God's spec. Your spec should be God's will for me. Your spec should be, are we friends? Your spec should be, does he listen? Your spec should be, does she listen? Your spec should be, is he hardworking? This, my husband, at the time we started this, like I said, he didn't have a job, and then all of a sudden, by the way, I employed or I interviewed him and I signed his employment letter to where he did his internship. He did the internship in church office. I signed it. And it was while he was there that he received the confirmation that I was his wife. And, he was earning the little he was earning. I saw that he was a giver. I saw that he was kind. I saw that he cared. He really cared. Sometimes I'll be like, babe, is your insecurity that's making you think that you want to buy this thing for me? We know that you can't afford it now. I was earning more, but I saw that he wanted to lead, not in a subjugative way, if that word is correct, but in a way that was a servant leader. So that became my spec. Because all these things that you're asking, trust me, after a while, wealth becomes a lifestyle, so it gets boring. The handsomeness, by the time you enter some place and the girls are not greeting you and they are greeting him, they don't care about you. That's when you know that. And when I started dating my husband, another thing was, he wasn't looking like I wanted him to look. Like, he was slender. I'm like, what's this? So initially I was like, I'm not attracted to this person. But now, Ladies and gentlemen, now, if you see the man I married and the man that I dated, they're two different people, totally different. All they needed was care. And baby, you can't wear this color on this color. Maybe you should transfer this color and follow this Instagram page so that I can tell you how to combine this suit with this color. I mean, and now he's so handsome. Do you understand? I married an handsome guy, but he came like a diamond in the rough. Yes, and me too. I was a diamond in the rough because I was very slender, and that was a problem for him initially. But look at us now. Some of the things that you are saying is Spec. I can't marry. I can never. Don't always and never are some things you should not really be using with your life because you don't know. Something can just happen. You just fall in love with someone that is 4 years younger than you, and then you'll be like, I don't know. My DMs are full. I'm dating someone. I'm somebody that is 4 years. He really likes me. He really cares. He's such a good guy. He's a good Christian. He loves the Lord. He does this. But I don't know if I should marry because he's 4 years younger. And there's this guy that I like. He's all my spec, but he doesn't like me. And you're asking me that what should you do? Go and miss the one that you don't like. Do you understand me? Go there. By the time they finish you with your emotions, you will know. Because what are you doing? Why is your spec your spec? Sit down with yourself. Tell yourself the truth and submit it to God. Some of these things God would actually approve because He gives us the desires. He gives us our desires. But sometimes there are things that they are not rooted in the Word of God. They are not rooted even in our relationship with God. They are rooted based on what we've been told, on the perceptions that we've held. And most times these things are not true. They are not correct. They are baseless. They're not something that you should build an entire marital destiny on. I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince you that your spec that is not God's spec is not a spec. Have a fantastic week, guys. Don't forget to subscribe.